and I'm a spokesperson. I'm a husband, and I'm a father. I am community driven, and I'm a philanthropist. I keep my body sharp and my mind.
There's 3 people watching this. Who are you people? Okay. Hey! A dude! Multiple dudes. What's up, guys? Awesome. Can you hear me? Squeaky chair. Yep. Look at all these Drews. Cool. Okay. Awesome. I've got my iPad set up here for chat. Okay. All right. I've never used this program before, so I don't know. I kind of know how to use it. We have much larger devices at work to stream with, so I'm going to try to load up the game here and see if it works. Yeah, I'm using OBS. That and XSplit are kind of the big ones that people recommended. Patrick has used both. Brad has used both. Figure I'd just give this one a shot first. Alright, so how is the volume of the game compared to my voice? Is it too loud? Sounds good. Better get to gameplay. Voice is louder. Okay, well. Okay. So far, so good. Lower just a tad. Okay. Actual flying is a little louder than this music, so I'm gonna do this. 70%. I'll go 80 just for now. I'm gonna jump into some Huey, but just for kicks, let's do some Warthog just to make sure we get some good audio here. There's a Warthog.
Two supply trucks are ahead of you at the fork in the river.
Oh, hey, guy.
Left of the town, 9 clicks ahead. Groups are
Right.
marked with green smoke.
This rolls. How's the frame rate look?
Supply is the target location.
I've got it at 2500 kbps. So. Oh, don't worry. Track IR is coming. Good frame rate. How's the audio sound and everything? Solid, solid. Oh god. Oh no! Looks, sounds good. Spaudio on. Okay. Great. I couldn't resist. Alright. Well. That's good to know. Green flash. I wonder if that happened when I changed video resolutions. Let's just keep going and make sure. Okay. Here we go. All right. Now it's a party. Okay. Okay. So the stream isn't meant to be like any Giant Bomb content. I have literally not played this helicopter game at all, so this is going to be me like going through the tutorials and just trying to figure out. I probably won't even play with the sticks yet because I don't even know what to bind all the buttons to. Like which key bindings are important. I mean, there's dozens, like 100 key bindings for each aircraft, so I don't know which ones are important to put on the sticks. So I'm just going to go through some of the tutorials, and I got my notepad here. This is all full of previous flight sim junk, so I'm going to just take some notes, and I've got let's see, here we go. Red folder of blank joystick and throttle sheets that I made, so I'll fill them out and have them handy for myself, so I can remember how to fly a Bell UH-1 Iroquois. Some old ones here from Aerofly that I was using earlier. Okay, so joystick, throttle, notepad, got a glass of water here. Okay. So the only thing I have done is load up the. I loaded it up once just to make sure that like my CD key was working and everything, and so far my favorite part has been this. Instantly. It's, I mean, how can you think of Hueys without thinking of Vietnam, and how can you think of Vietnam without thinking of twanging guitars and CCR? Oh yeah. Man, this is great. What a great touch. And I actually have that this on the front here. That's the first Air Cavalry patch. Well, it's the first Cavalry. It was Air Cav in Vietnam. I've actually got that on my bag. I did a report on them in high school, and I was always kind of a fan of the Huey, but now I get to fly one. I even built one as a kid out of Legos, which is really fun. So, alright, wow, look at this. Bell Helicopter, official licensed product. Okay. They don't have that for any of the other ones. It's kind of surprising. So this actually wasn't made by Eagle Dynamics, and I'm getting kind of into quick look mode here, but whatever. It was made by this company. Like they outsourced the development of this module to DCS World to these guys. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just jump in and see if anything's bound. I don't even know if stuff is bound. Pre-flight mission starting on the runway. Yeah, so there's definitely going to be a quick look at this. I just need some time to actually prepare, because these games you can't just jump in, because it'd be super boring just learning you know, all the buttons and switches, and so that's what I'm doing now. Boring stuff right now. Quick look later. Okay. All right. Pilot mode. Okay, so this looks like it's okay. This might be arcade mode. That's what I'm thinking that yellow text signifies. And my track IR isn't working yet, so I guess I haven't bound that. Okay, no throttle. Looks like my pedals aren't working. Oh, I don't know what I did. I pressed the button. Oh, alright. Yeah, okay, the trigger is air traffic control, so I'm gonna have to rebind these. Oh, that one works. Click, click, click. Yep. Okay, so, yeah, this is why I can't just jump in a quick look. And okay, yeah. I've got two joysticks here. That's bizarre. Alright. So. Yeah, every time you come back here, you get it. Alright, well, for kicks, let's just jump in here and see what my controls are doing. Sim. Wait, gunner. I guess you can be a door gunner? Instead of the pilot? I don't know what happens if you're flying and you switch to the gunner. Does AI take over? I'll figure that out. So yeah. I mean, I don't know when the Huey was first made, but it's older than the Warthog, so you can kind of expect it to be a little more simple. But there's still a lot of commands here. A lot of them, like, yeah, a lot of that is radio stuff. Intercom, camera movement. But still, there's a lot of junk. Alright. Well, okay, let me I haven't played it at all yet, so I don't know how this is going to go, but let me just try to guess at my assignments here. Clear all that. Okay. Now the collective is... I'm pretty sure it's that... the like handbrake looking thing that's next to the pilot that controls the pitch of the rotors, so it's the bite into the air. So if you pull, I don't know which direction it is, but you pull one way and it will lift you, and you push it the other way and you'll drop. I think that's the collective. Maybe it's the cyclic? I thought the cyclic was the joystick. I can never remember which one it is. I'm gonna see if I can assign... What's going on here? Okay. Assign that to my throttle. Cyclic pitch. Fighter stick. So I've got three things connected here. I've got my throttle, a joystick, and I've got pedals down below too. They're all from CH products. I just like them because they're like this awesome early 90s matte black. They look like the joysticks my uncle used in flew simulators. And they're really nice. They're really well made. And they're not too pricey. I mean, they're a little bit because it's three different things, but pretty good. So I'm gonna go pitch on here. Okay. Roll. I'm just moving the joystick here. And then rudder. Okay, so now this is my pedals. Yes! Okay. So. Save this. Whatever. Okay. Oh god. This is so overwhelming. Alright, I'll just save that for now, and hopefully that'll be enough for me to hop into training and maybe just use the keyboard. Yeah, so you won't be able to adjust the quality of the stream because I'm on Drew Scanlon stream, not Giant Bomb. Giant Bomb is a Twitch partner, so that means you will be able to... That's why you can change stream quality. So right now you're just getting whatever I give you, which is 2500 kbps. Let me turn this down a little more. I just guessed at that, so if a lot of people are saying that's too hot, they can't take that much bandwidth, and I can turn it down. Okay. So let's get into training here. Cold start. That's where I like to start. Running fine. Fine. Alright. Let's cold start. Generally, I found these tutorials to be pretty good. This is still in beta, so I don't know if all of them are in yet. But they've been pretty decent for such a complex game. They've been pretty good. These games are pretty big load-wise, so I put them all on my SSD. And because like you jump in and out of the game environment so much. Okay. Oh, I forgot to do my track IR. Let me exit. Because that is crucial! Plus you get to hear this sweet riff again. Okay. Where is that? Is it in Axis? track IR is doing by itself. Okay. Weird. I wonder, I can't remember if it used to show up in here as a device, and then you assign the camera axes to the track IR, or what? Whatever. Let's see if I can just assign. I'm just gonna change this to my throttle pop hat here. Just for the time being. Oh, whoops, I want that down left. This is a lot of what these games are, at least for the first little bit. Left, right. Nope. Up. Down. Do it slowly. And zoom in help too. Let's make this, that. Alright. Hopefully I can accomplish everything else with keyboard and mouse. Okay. Welcome to the cold start lesson, cadet. Today we will practice starting up the Huey and getting her ready for flight. Press the spacebar key when you are ready to begin. Alright, so this is where I start taking notes, because these tutorials are great, but they're really long and you can't like skip quickly through them. So I just try to take notes as well as I can, so that then, you know, if I go and am away from this game for a month or something and then come back, I want to be able to play it without going through the tutorials again. So this is where I take a lot of notes. Before we begin, press right Control C to close the cockpit doors. All right, here we go. DCS Huey. Cold start. Close cockpit doors. Right, Control C. Right, Control C. First, we need to provide electrical power to the aircraft. This can be done with the help of the ground crew, but we will use onboard power. Okay, take a look at the overhead console. On the AC power control panel, set the AC phase voltmeter selector switch to AC and the inverter switch labeled INVTR to off. Okay, so this is what? The AC power control. Okay, this is the AC phase voltmeter selector. And I want it on AC. I can't really see it. Okay. Before I do this, I need names for all these panels because I'll need to refer to them. I don't have any right panels. I do have lower panel, dashboard, upper panel? Yeah, let's go with that. So I'll call this upper panel right. How about that? Because there's kind of two columns here. All right. Make myself a little legend. UP equals upper panel. DB equals dashboard. LP equals lower panel. So, I mean, I can, when I did my Warthog, I don't know if you guys have seen this, posted it on the Eagle Dynamics forums as a PDF in case anyone actually plays the Warthog version. You can go download it. But I made diagrams of all the cockpit dials and switches and stuff based on the in-game documentation and some of the research I did. But I gave numbers to every panel so that when I made this startup checklist, I could refer to them as their code name. So like RC5 is right console 5, which turns out to be the countermeasures signal processor panel. I didn't want to have to write that whole thing out, so I just made up code names for everything. But I'll give them all numbers later. It'd probably be like, UP3, 1, 2, third panel. This is maybe a fourth panel divided by these lines. And then the name of the switch. Okay, so closed doors. Okay, so let's see. UPR dash. This one isn't labeled. Usually they have labels like this: inverter, spare, main gen. This one isn't labeled, so I don't know. Whatever. I'll just leave it blank for now. Or parentheses. AC phase. And then that needs to be on AC. So colon AC. UPR INVTR colon off. Alright, so we're switching this to AC. Oh, okay, and that is off. That's in the middle position. Okay, DC panel. DC power control panel. Set the main generator switch to on, and the DC voltmeter selector switch to ESS bus, essential bus. Okay, so you know what? I am just going to number these right now. So let's call this panel 1. That's a huge panel. Oh, are those buttons? Oh man. Were they like fuses? I don't even know. Let's go panel 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so those are UPR 3. And we're going UPR4 DC power control panel. Main gen, which is what that one is called right there. To on. And this one, DC voltmeter selector switch, which is labeled VM, so I'm going to put that VM to ESS bus. So this is just a preliminary note taking. I will probably, if I make like a giant startup sheet, like I did the Warthog, I went back through and I label everything. I have a more verbose version. I've got the simple startup sheet, which is just like, do this in these orders. But then I expand on each one of those here, and I label everything and tell you what it is and what it does. So if I were to do that for this, I would probably actually write down like the name of the switch and this, what it does, like DC voltmeter selector switch powers on the essential bus. So, okay, let's get back to work here. This needs to be on DC essential bus. Okay. Starter generator. Starter gen. Looks like it's already on start. And turn on the battery. Battery off. Okay. Oh God. Sorry. Okay, look down at the central pedestal. Let's test the caution lights. Alright, can I just turn that off? But let's test the caution light panels to make sure all the lights are operative. Set and hold the test switch in the down position. Make sure all the caution lights are on. Okay, well, I know one of them is on because it's really annoying. Nope. Okay. Just stop it. Just stop. In the Warthog, you could just click the master caution alarm and be quiet. Is there anything else flashing in here? Can I... Well, I need the battery on, though. Just... Stop it. Yeah. I don't... So obnoxious. I'm just gonna keep going and maybe it'll shut up. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. That was... I'm gonna call that... Oh my God. I'm gonna call that lower panel 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's a lot of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I'll call it lower panel. Lower panel right. 1, 2. What's the second one? And that was what? Caution to test. This kind of stuff is not essential. Like testing the lights and stuff is something in the actual starter procedures, I'm sure, but like It's a video game if your lights aren't working well. Yes. With how accurate these sims go, if something's not right, you want to be able to look and make sure that your caution lights are correct. I am nowhere near the level of knowledge that it would take to actually diagnose something like that. But I would not put it past Eagle Dynamics to make it possible for a caution light to fail to illuminate. So maybe that is a good step to have. Okay, engine control panel, which I'm calling LPR3. Set the main fuel switch to on, and the governor switch to auto. All your fuel switches should be off. Okay. I'm guessing this one's already on auto because the triangle's pointing up. Let's just call this one fuel to on. Kind of like the simplicity of that. Gov to auto. No, you're not. Oh, okay. That is just a big old switch. Okay. Oh, God. Please. Actually. Okay, on the miscellaneous control panel, LPR1, set the hydraulic control switch to on. So this guy, hide cont. On. Force trim. Another thing this does is it just gets you really acquainted with not only like the buttons and switches and everything, which is nice, but also like what's possible in this and like how the whole thing works. I don't really know what chip detector means, but when I hear about it in some distant tutorial, I could say like, oh, okay, I remember that. All right, so on, and then both. Okay. Before starting the engine, we need to make sure the throttle is set to idle. Oh, wait. Okay, so I forgot about this. So I think if I remember correctly, in Black Shark, not only is there a collective, which changes the bite of the rotors, but there's also the throttle, which controls the speed of the rotors. I think throttle isn't as important as it is in airplanes, so it's usually a smaller thing. Yeah, there's so many, like adding the collective into this, makes things really weird because, joysticks are made for airplane games, and when you add another axis in there, it gets tough to assign everything. Okay, we need to make sure that the throttle is set to idle. The throttle is located on the grip of the collective control handle. I think it's this, next to the pilot's left leg. The throttle is twisted left using the page up key to increase it, and right using the page down key to decrease it. Press and hold the page down key for a few seconds to make sure the throttle twist grip on the collective control handle is set to the idle stop position. Is that something I can see? Doesn't look like it's labeled or anything. Maybe I'll just see. Okay, but I'm going to write that down first. Throttle to idle, parentheses, page up / down. Okay. Okay, that's me going up. That's me going down. So I'm just gonna lock it there and hope that's right. Okay, perfect. Oh god. Really hope once we start everything that will go away. To start the engine, you'll need to press and hold the engine start button on the switch box of the collective, which I think is this. As the engine spools up, you will need to monitor the engine instruments and the clock. That is the RPM, and that is the clock. Okay? The engine start button needs to be held down until the gas producer speed. Okay, it's not our. Where's that RPM? Okay, this is engine. I don't know what. That's the RPM of the gas producer. Okay. Reaches 40% or 40. Okay. The engine start button needs to be held down until the gas producer speed reaches 40% or 40 seconds have passed on the clock, whichever comes first. You should also see the rotors begin to turn around 15% of gas producer RPM. If this does not happen, abort the start sequence. Whenever you're ready, begin the ignition sequence. Okay. Alright. I don't really know how to notate this in my notes, but... okay. Engine start. Is it called anything? It's not even labeled. Alright, I'm just gonna go engine start. Parentheses. Bottom. Right. Collective. Colon hold. Until gas producer RPM equals 40 or 40 seconds have passed. Okay. Is there even a second hand on that thing? Oh, maybe right there. Alright, so I'm going to have to orient my view. And again, if you're watching, I couldn't really figure out how to set up track IR. I don't know if this is because it's a beta or because I just forgot how to set it up in DCS, but that's why. Okay. Alright. I started around 10 seconds over there. So when it gets to 12, then I'm done. Oh, I saw the blade spin. I'm moving. Here comes 40%. Letting go. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, oh, we're rocking and rolling. Okay. Alright. Get it. You're upset with me. Alright. Alright, tutorial, let's go. Are we good? I did exactly as you said. Alright, well, while you're thinking about that, I'm going to figure out how to turn off this alarm. Just stop it. Okay, we're idling normally. Let's set up the avionics, but oh my god! Alright, maybe if we're back in here, that alarm will go away. Okay, back on the overhead console. What are we calling this? Number 3? LP, no, that's UPR3. Took a while to get to idle. Inverter to main on. INVTR to main on. One page down. Nope, nope, main on. Okay. Oh, I need my track IR. Oh, now we'll power up the radio systems. Oh, God. I really wish I could get to key bindings from the game environment. That's one of the things that is really obnoxious about DCS. This is the escape menu. I've only got resume, briefing, and quit, essentially. That's it. I can't get back to the controls. Then I can look up what is turn off all alarms. I don't know. Next time I'm back out there, I'll look it up. Okay. So we're calling this lower console left 1. ARN-82 VHF Navcom radio. I'm just going to call this the Navcom, because that's how it's labeled. By right-clicking the power switch once. On. Okay, so whenever there's a switch that can go like 3 different ways, or a knob that can go different ways, you can right or left click it to go one of the 2 directions, but I can never remember which one it is, so that's why up there I switched it to on instead of main on, and I don't know. I don't know how to remember that. So let's turn this guy to on. It's weird it didn't turn. Oh, it's the ribbed part, not the big part. And then this one, this is the ARC-134 VHF comm radio. I'll right-click that one once. I'm going to call that VHF comm. Oh wait, that was LCL2. This is LCL3 VHF comm. It's the UHF comm. Can I talk to Weird Al? Okay. Turn this guy on. This is what? The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th panel. Oh, God. LCL 5. What are we calling this? Is this button have a name? Nope. Function switch to transmit receive T R. Nope, see, did it again. There. And where are you? The interphone selector switch to 3 to set the VHF comm radio for transmission. This will allow you to communicate with the air traffic controller. To communicate with wingmen, you usually transmit over a UHF radio, which is position 2 on this switch. Okay, so this is like where my voice is going out. We want it to go out to 3 over the VHF comms. So, what is this? This is same panel? LCL5? I wish these, you know, the Warthog is really good at labeling stuff. Like, there would be a label right here to tell you what this is, but gosh. Well, it is kind of labeled, I guess. PVT int. That's what I'm going to call it. PVT int. 2, 3, parentheses, VHF. Really appreciate them putting like all the radio stuff in there, but whoa. Oh, I see. I haven't used it all that much, probably because I haven't done a lot of actual missions. I've just been flying around shooting at stuff. Okay, what is this? This is LCR. 1, 2, 3, 4. CR4 and ARC-131 VHF FM radio to TR on the mode switch. Okay. Just gonna call this right knob. I don't know. Right knob to TR, transmit receive. There we go. Oh, there's so much radio! It was the 60s. ARN 83 ADF receiver. Mode switch to ADF. I don't know what ADF means. Over left knob to ADF. Okay. Stop it. To complete the avionics setup, set the starter generator to standby in the overhead console. Whoa. Okay, starter gen to standby. Okay. Now, if I was being accurate, maybe I should call this the OHC or OC overhead console instead of the upper panel. Whatever, I can just call it upper panel for now. Upper panel, that's upper panel right? Yeah. This is upper panel right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Panel right 4. Starter gen. To standby gen. STBYGEN. Okay. Let's now run up the engine to normal power. Press the page up key repeatedly and monitor the engine and rotor RPM indicator, which I'm guessing is this. As power increases, continue to slowly add power until the throttle grip on the collective is twisted all the way to the left. Watch the engine RPM to stabilize around 6,600 and the rotor RPM around 320. Okay. Oh, cool. So I don't know if you can see that, but it says interphone right up here. And I can use the F keys to talk to the ground crew and the ATC, air traffic control. And I guess that's only available since I turned on the radios. So it's kind of cool. Alright, so I'm going to look down at, see if I can get both of these guys in the screen at one time. Okay. I'm going to be looking at that. I'm going to be turning the throttle up till it's all the way up, and I want 6,600, so about there, 30 through 320, about there. Okay. Okay, up, here we go. Slowly. Alarm sounds really unnerving. Alright, that's all the way up. Here we go. Yes! Oh, thank God! Wait, that's going really high. Okay, we're good. Alright. Oh, sweet, sweet music. Oh. Alright, I did that right? Just needs to idle for a little bit. How about you? You're not any help. You're just sitting there. How about you guys? Okay. How about I just take off? How about that? How about that? Oh boy. Alright. Okay. Okay. Whoa. I haven't flown a helicopter in a while. Alright, so that's me a little bit on the collective. Okay. Yep. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, what? What's that? Okay. Alright. 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 I'm using pedals as well to counteract the rotor rotation. Okay. Let's bring it back Black Shark memories. Alright. Okay, alright. A little too much on the collective there. Oh, I'm not doing that. Alright. Okay. Let's see if I can land. Will we turn? Can we turn here? Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Collective down a little bit. Oh good! The helicopter is now ready for takeoff. This concludes the startup lesson. Well done. Okay. Alright, let's slow our roll here. Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa, no! You're back. Oh. We're cool, we're good. Good. Yeah. Well. What's next? Yeah, that's about how the first flight goes for me. But it's all good because we've got this sweet music. Alright, video demonstration overviewing the helicopter pickup from the ground into a low altitude hover. Okay. That could be useful. Welcome to the pickup demonstration lesson. In this lesson we will take the Huey off the ground and into a low altitude hover in the ground effect to demonstrate the initial step of a takeoff and basic hover control. For this lesson, this helicopter is lightly loaded and the weather is ideal with no wind. Control requirements will vary with increased takeoff weight and will be more difficult. use the controls indicator to monitor the position of the flight controls. Remember, the flight controls of a helicopter are almost never stationary in flight, in particular the cyclic, and especially during hover. Performing a takeoff, be prepared to constantly make fine adjustments to the controls. Let's take a look at the position of the flight controls. Mission start, the cyclic and pedals are neutralized in the center. Collective is in the fully down position. Okay. That's about how I had everything. Unfortunately, the starting position of the controls isn't very useful for flight. The position of the controls for any particular flight regime, including the hover, depends on airspeed, altitude, aircraft weight, payload, weather, and other conditions. However, the approximate hover position of the controls will generally be with cyclic back and left, and the left pedal in. Okay. So we can stick back and left and a little bit of left pedal. I will now set my controls in the approximate hover position. Watch the positions of the cyclic and pedals on the controls indicator. Okay. And I guess that's just because there's so much torque in the engine that as you leave the ground and you start twisting, you gotta compensate. Once your controls are set in an approximate hover position, begin to very slowly raise the collective. Do this slowly enough to give yourself time to counteract any movement you detect from the helicopter. Counteract any roll and sliding tendency with very light opposite cyclic. Counteract any nose yaw with very light opposite pedal. Pay attention to how the cyclic is used continuously to make fine adjustments in altitude, and the pedals are used occasionally to maintain heading. Okay? This is really good. This is like Helicopters 101. And I wish I had this for Black Shark. Find a visual reference point well ahead of the helicopter. This will help to maintain closer visual cues, like the runway markings within your peripheral vision to help you detect movement. Allow the helicopter to settle at a desired altitude and let the collective rest in place. The helicopter hovers best near the ground, where the ground effect acts as an air cushion below the helicopter. The ground effect is only present to an altitude of approximately half of the rotor's diameter, about 24 feet. It is reduced as altitude increases. Climbing above this altitude will transition you out of the ground effect, OG, which demands more engine power to maintain. Hovering out of ground effect may be impossible with high takeoff weights or in hot and high conditions. Performing a takeoff, you will proceed with the transition to forward flight from a hover altitude of about 3 feet above skin height. Yeah! This concludes the pickup demonstrations. Sorry, that was a little louder than usual. Okay, another video demonstration. Okay. Alright. Okay, so it looks like, I think they kind of did this in Black Shark as well. Instead of having like fully play-tested tutorial sessions, it still is a beta. They just put videos in there, which I guess makes sense. So low altitude hover to forward flight as part of the takeoff procedure. Landing. You know what? I'm gonna watch the landing one, because that's where I messed up last time. It's still really loud. Landing helicopters, one of the more challenging aspects. Approached it very greatly. weight, payload, altitude, obstacles, other factors. It takes great skill and practice. It's actually really helpful to have the stick position and pedals and stuff. All of your landings will be visual, so you should always have a good mental picture of the landing area and plan an optimal approach. Ideally, the approach should be free of obstacles and directed into the wind. For training purposes, we will be landing on a clear runway in ideal weather. Okay. For a good practice approach, we'll start about a mile from the landing point at about 500 feet of altitude and 60 to 80 knots. Most runways in this area include an inner homing beacon about 1,200 meters from the threshold. This makes for a good visual marker to land up before the approach. Unlike fixed-wing aircraft, helicopter approaches continually reduced airspeed in the descent toward the landing point. The approach is terminated with a hover over the landing point, or the hover cannot be performed with a running landing directly onto the skids. Continual speed reduction during the approach causes significant control challenges. Yeah. As you saw during takeoff, the helicopter exhibits a change in balance as airspeed varies, requiring constant adjustment on the controls. From a starting speed of 60 to 80 knots, deceleration will be gradual and control will be consistent and predictable down to approximately 40 knots. The collective will be reduced for the descent. Pedal will be minimal around the neutral position. Okay. Dynamics will start to change quickly below this speed as you begin to lose translational lift. The helicopter will start to sink and bleed energy quickly. You will need to increasingly raise the collective while adding corresponding left pedal input and adjusting the cyclic to maintain your approach path to the landing point. Your goal will be to maintain the descent until you enter a low altitude hover just above the landing point, after which you can perform a vertical landing to touchdown. Well, that sounds easy. Just show me how it's done, video. We will now begin our approach by lining up with the runway using the inner homing beacon as a visual marker. Our goal for this practice will be to land on the runway numbers. Okay. As you make the turn for approach, slightly reduce collective and pull the cyclic slightly back to settle into a descent path at a rate of approximately 500 feet per minute. Watch the vertical velocity indicator to maintain the rate of descent and keep an eye on the airspeed indicator to monitor your airspeed. Okay. So one of these is airspeed, one of these is descent. This looks like descent. Once you are settled on the descent path, imagine a box on the canopy where the landing point is positioned and try to keep it there as you approach. This will keep a straight descent path right down to the landing point. So all you have to worry about is controlling your airspeed and making descent on the approach. Okay, good to know. As airspeed drops below 50 knots, begin to make small increases on the collective and adding light left pedal as necessary to maintain heading. Stop the nose from pitching up by slightly easing off a little cyclic back pressure to prevent a rapid deceleration. Mark the current position of the controls so you can see how it changes by the time we enter the hover landing point. Alright, so this is cyclic up here, this is pedals. Wow. As you near the landing point, pull back on the cyclic slightly to raise the nose and gently come to a hover. Okay. Notice the copious amount of collective and left pedal required to maintain the approach. Wow. Once a stable hover over the landing point is achieved, begin to slowly reduce collective and adjust pedal and cyclic as necessary to perform a vertical landing. Woo! super easy. Alright, I'm gonna try that. It's the easiest way to do that. Free flight. Starting from if I would... My engine will be on? Okay. So I'm already rolling here. Okay. So I'm gonna apply left pedal as I'm taking off, and back left cyclic as I raise the collective. Alright. I'll see if I can get everything in the picture so you guys can see what I'm doing. Alright. Oh, wait, I need to throttle up? Throttle's already up. Here we go. Back left, cyclic. I'm going to apply left rudder as I take up the collective. Oh god. More than I thought. Oh my god. Alright. I didn't flip over and die, so that's good, I guess. Oh, it's making me sick. Stop it. Stop it. What? Oh, come on. Alright. Oh, stop rolling. Stop spinning. Stop. Okay, let's just go forward. How about that? Can we do that? Can we go forward? What? I'm gonna try to... Jeez, look at the vibration. If that means I'm doing something wrong. I would guess yes. Let me see if I can circle back around to the left here and try one of those approaches like in the video. What am I doing? Really gotta find out how to get that track power working. Okay. Oh, well. Not quite lined up. I don't really know if I'm supposed to be flying with the pedals, like utilizing them in a turn, or just using them to counteract my rotor. Whoa. Alright, I'm kind of far away. I'm gonna go for the end of the runway. How about that? How about that? Alright, Rory. Okay. Collective is all the way down. I don't know if that's supposed to be that way or what. Still coming in a little sideways. I'm applying as much right pedal as I can. we go. That's a lot of right pedal. Alright. What if I'm getting blown by the wind? I've kind of lost the box here, but I'm a helicopter. I can land anywhere. Oh, more collective, more collective. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! All right, let's try that. Let's try that again. No, stop it. Oh. Nope, nope, wrong way. Okay, alright, okay. Okay, less collective, less collective. Let's go for the end of the runway again. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, taking the collective down. Pedals to even out. Right pedal. Collective down, nose up. More right pedal. More right pedal. Keep the nose up. Whoop. RPM. Alright. Alright, no, I'm in the ground effect. Oh, jeez. Yep. So they're right, like there's that. The ground effect is no joke. As soon as I got within, like what they said, 24 feet, things just completely changed. So, yeah. All right. Well, let's see if I can do a cold start based just on my notes. Oh. So I'm going to create a fast mission. From the runway. Sure, difficult and hard. No, I want to go from the ramp. That's a cold start, I think. I think runway means you're already started up. I want to try this cold start with my notes. Sure, summer, noon, yep, clear. What else we got here? I don't know if I'm red or blue. I think I'm blue. There's a lot of stuff around. Let's keep it interesting. Force me to be expedient here. See, my track IR is working, but I don't know. DCS isn't grabbing it for some reason. I don't know if that's because it's a beta or what, but I can look into it later. Oh. Oh, I'm reading the chat. I've got my iPad here. I can see what you're doing. I'm spying on you guys. Okay. All right. You know what? I'm actually kind of surprised. That's it. That's all that there is for the startup procedures, and like half of that is radios. So, I mean, Here's my SAM simulator notes. Yep. So, not bad by comparison. Although, I mean, I haven't talked about weapons or anything yet, so. Alright. Here we go. Oops. Alright. Closed doors. Right control C. Alright. Off to a good start. Upper panel, right 3. So that's this guy. I remember this. AC phase to. Oh, you know what? It says AC power right there. I'm going to make a note here. This thing is actually called AC power. And it needs to go to. Did it again? AC. And then inverter needs to be off. Okay. Main gen to on. On. VM to essential bus. Starter. This one to start. It is on start. Battery to on. Oh yeah. You. Okay. Just to be safe, let's test our caution lamps. Yep, everything's working. Fuel on. Governor auto. Panel 1. Hide cont, forget what that is. Force trim. Chip det to both. Okay. Throttle to idle. Okay. Engine start. Yes. Alright, so engine start, and we're watching for 40 here or 40 here. So let's wait till it gets to see the 3 there. And alright, am I back? Check, check, check. Hey. Your video is dead. I think I restarted it. No, it's back. It returns. Okay. Okay, great. Yeah, OBS crashed. Sorry. I had nothing to do with it. Probably got caught in the ground effect. Okay. Well, I got my rotors turning. And the alarm's off, so I'm gonna try to take off again. And really gonna watch out for that ground effect. I should watch that video again, or maybe I should watch the takeoff video again and see if I can figure out any clues to navigating that transition from the ground effect to level flight. Okay, my throttle's all the way up. I'm going to collective up and see how it goes. Oh, already. I need to put left pedal before I actually collective up. Oh, jeez. I'm just too heavy on the collective. Okay, that's it. Alright, I should be out of the ground effect now. Still applying a bit of left pedal. Yup. Okay, I'm gonna turn around so I can get back to the airfield. Let's try that one over there. Way down at the end. I'm going right there. Calling it. Okay. Collective is down. Right pedal. Nose up. Now I forget what they said about the ground effect and landing, so I'm just going to try to compensate as best I can. Maybe I should just go super, super slow. Maybe I should not worry about the runway. Maybe I should just try to approach level ground as slowly as possible. Not really worry where I am about that. Whoa. Okay. So, okay. Yep. Here's what you should be flying. Oh, yep. This is why I practice. Mission start. Took control. Engine setup. Takeoff. Crash. Pilot dead. Mission end. Alright. Ooh, word on the street is restart DCS to fix track IR. Alright. Look at that shot. It's fast enough. Oh. Let's see what else we got in training. Weapons employment. In this lesson, we will overview and practice employing the weapon systems equipped on the Huey. Okay. Let's give that a shot. Oh! No, not seeing the track IR. Alright, whatever. Welcome to the weapons training lesson. In this lesson, we will review the weapon system employed by the Huey and their associated... Oh god, there's a spider in my room. I'm just going to pretend it's not there. And their associated cockpit controls, you will then have some live fire time on the target range. Great! Make sure you're familiar with the lesson notes before starting. Pause. Pause. It's a funny thing. I have an Apple keyboard hooked up to this computer. I like the keyboard a lot. I was using it at work, and that's why I bought it at home. It does not have a pause key, nor does it have an insert key. So I have had to rebind those, but I don't think I have done it for this particular game. So, you know what? I'm just going to do that right now. Okay. Left shift, left window, plus pause. Well, let's... Should search by key. Okay, there's Pause again, I don't need that. Don't need that. There it is, pause. Oh, 1. No? 2? 3? Aha! 5 is not in use. Perfect. I didn't see any insert either. So I should be okay? Let's just change this one. Left shift, left Windows 5. Should be good. Oh yeah, and Trek IR. What is up with that? I feel like it should show up here. But maybe not. I don't know. View cockpit. Mouse. Yeah. I don't know. Let's shoot things. Okay. Welcome to the weapons training lesson. In this lesson, we will review the weapon system employed by the Huey and their associated cockpit controls. You will then have some live fire time on the target range. Please make sure you're familiar with lesson notes before starting. Pause, pause, active pause, left shift. Okay, good. Glad I found that. View panning, I got that. Zoom, good. Exit, escape. Ambient noise control, yep. Okay, spacebar. What's going on? The Huey is equipped with the M21 and M23 armament subsystems. The M21 utilizes 2 external hardpoint weapon stations on each side of the helicopter. You see them? Yeah! Rock and roll. These can be loaded with 7 or 19 tube launchers of 2.75-inch unguided rockets and M134 7.62mm 6-barrel high rate of fire machine guns attached on steerable mounts. The M23 system consists of 2 traversable 7.62mm M60D machine guns operated by the door gunners on each side of the helicopter. You press the F2 key to enter an external view. Press that one over. Fabulous, that all sounds great. Rockets are aimed and fired by the right pilot using the M60 reflex sight. Rocket launchers are installed on fixed weapon stations, so aiming is accomplished by flying the helicopter to place the aiming Piper over the target. The M134 machine guns can be fired in either stowed or flexible mode. Alright. In stowed mode, the guns are fixed in the forward position and are operated by the right pilot, much like the rockets. In flexible mode, the left pilot uses the flexible M21 sighting station to aim the guns. This makes it possible to aim away from the helicopter nose by physically moving the aiming sight to place the reticle over the target. Okay, so like Black Shark. The guns track the movement of the aiming station. If the operator aims too far to either side, only the inboard gun will fire to prevent striking the helicopter's own fuselage with the outboard gun. Good to know. The weapons are selected and prepared for fire using the armament control panel and intervalometer control panel on the central pedestal. Okay. The armament control panel includes the master arm switch and the gun selector switch, which controls selection of the left, right, or both machine guns for fire. The intervalometer control panel includes the armament selector switch, which controls the selections of guns or rockets for fire, and the rocket pair selector switch, which sets the number of rocket pairs to be fired while the trigger switch is held down. This panel also includes the rocket reset and launcher jettison switches. Okay, sounds fun too. We will now review the steps required to employ rockets. First, set the armament selector switch to 2.75, or press right Alt plus right bracket to select rockets for fire. Okay. Note time. Weapons. Let's see if I can find that. Oh, jeez! What? What? No! No! I don't... What What happened? I don't know what happened. Great. None of that's in the briefing. I wonder if I messed up my key bindings. None of my axes changed. What happened? Okay, well this stuff doesn't need to be here. Good. Jeez, I don't know what that was. Beta software, folks. Let's try this again. Maybe Track IR took it down. Maybe it did. Maybe it did. Okay. Collective is down. Maybe that was it. Okay, we're all good there. We're all good there. Everybody cool? Everybody cool? You need some views? Okay. Okay. Yup. Let's just get a look over here. They call that the central pedestal. Lower console, they call it the central pedestal. It's the overhead panel. Overhead panel? Okay. Okay, rocket pair. I don't know what those... Oh, okay. They just abbreviate the names of the weapons by their caliber. Okay. Have to write gun, save armed. Okay. No. Okay, so weapons. Rockets. 0.25. Alright. Hold on to your butts. Okay. So that is lower console left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're calling that, I don't know, caliber selection. Should be 2.75. Okay. Or right alt plus right bracket. Then set the number of rocket pairs you wish to fire while the trigger switch is held. Okay, while the trigger switch is held down. Because rockets induce a significant recoil, and this is a practice mission, let's set this to 1. Or press right control, right bracket once. This setting will fire a single station display with the aiming reticle. The sight can be stowed and lowered by pressing the M key on the keyboard to toggle flexible mode on and off. Okay, that's cool. So this also toggles flexible mode. With flexible mode on, the pilot can slew the guns away from the straight ahead position and toward a desired target. To try this, you can use the arrow keys on the keyboard numpad, the view controls on your joystick, or enable mouse look by pressing left alt C on the keyboard. Left alt C on the keyboard. And use the mouse to control the direction of the sight. Practice controlling the sight until you are comfortable doing so. Then return the sight to a forward position and press the M key on the keyboard to stow the sight away and disable flexible mode. Okay, so this would be something good to go on my joystick, preferably the point of view hat. I will humor them. This is, well, it actually does work. Nice. Cool. Okay. So, but I'm facing forward here. Yeah. And we'll... Whoa! It's important to know that when flexible mode is on... Okay, hang on, I need to pause this and take some notes. M toggles flex mode. Left alt slash left alt plus mouse slash keyboard numpad is slew. It's important to know when flexible mode is on and you are in the left pilot position, the AI pilot takes over helicopter control according to the selected autopilot mode. Please refer to the aircraft documentation for an overview of available AI flight control commands. AI flight control can be toggled on and off at any time by pressing left Windows plus A. Okay, that's good to know. Now let's try a door gunner position. Awesome. Press 3 on the keyboard to take the right door gunner station. Oh, that's awesome. Oh yeah, that is cool. Tell me that's not cool. As with the M21 sighting station, you can aim the M60D machine gun using any number of view options, including the keyboard numpad, joystick view controls, or by toggling mouse look mode with the left alt plus C command. Yep, AI. Practice aiming the gun. How about, let's do this. Let's see. Yes. Yes. Oh, yeah. Get. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Man, I wonder if we could do this in multiplayer. Load up a little chopper with your friends. Okay, let's select rockets for fire once again, as it will be our first weapon in the live fire exercise. Okay. This concludes our overview of the weapon systems. We can proceed to do some round attack runs on the target range, which is set at about 2 kilometers directly ahead. Target range includes a variety of stationary targets and a group of moving vehicles. Turn on the aiming sight by pressing M on the keyboard. Set the master arm switch to armed. Yes! Turn to arm. I mean, boom. Whenever you're ready, proceed with takeoff. Climb to about 400 feet of altitude as you head south toward the target range. Keep your airspeed below 80 knots to give yourself time to aim and operate the controls. Brother, I will need it. Alright. Here we go. Flex mode active. Does that mean I can... Wait, if I'm over here, can I use my... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What? Oh. Wait, I just fired rockets. Whoops. Is this one too? Yeah, okay. Alright, here we go. Oh! Alright. Myself a little left pedal, right? And a little back on the stick. Oh, jeez. A little more on this. Okay. Is my throttle all the way up? Yep. Okay. Alright. Alright. We're cool. We're cool. I don't remember where I'm supposed to go. Yep. Okay. Why are you yelling at me? Let's just go over here, okay? Alright, I don't really know where I'm going, but let's just shoot something. This building. This red building. No, this tall thing. Yes! Nailed it! What's going on over here? Some power lines? Not anymore! Oh. Okay. Yeah! Yeah! Alright, so I'll probably want something on my controls as well to switch armaments. what it is to change. Let's pause it. Why didn't I write that down? It's probably left something bracket, right? Oh, yeah, okay, I did, okay, yeah. It is right alt bracket. Yeah. So boom, right there, okay. Right alt, right bracket. Nope. Didn't take me to guns. Alright, well. Autopilot is left Windows plus A. Autopilot orbit. Okay. Alright, so now I can look down over here. Let it just keep that going for me. Put this on 7.62. Okay. For guns. Buddy, hop over here. Yeah. Keep her steady. Yes! Eat it! Oh, look at that. Look at that ricochet. That's amazing. Fire over there. Can I fire both? Go forward. Yes! Oh, that's cool. It's a really nice effect, too. I have a door gunner. Yes! Alright, this is pretty cool. Oh, eat the ground! Nice. Alright. Okay, autopilot you can turn off now. Real. There we go. Oh, it's getting old. Okay. Great. No. Seriously? Alright, well, I guess there's nothing left to do except try to land one more time. So I'm gonna go for that. Goes up. Let's bring the speed down here. Collective down. Nose up. Those know from experience I need to raise the collective when I get close to the ground effect, so I'll do that now. Okay. Counteracted. Right. A little more collective. Okay, a little more collective. Some cyclic work. Yep. Oh, a little more collective. Okay. Alright, we're cool. We're cool. A little opposite pedal. Okay, collective down. Collective down. Nose up. Nose up. Collective down. Nose up. Nose up. Collective down. Nose up. Yeah! Eat it! Take that! I'm on the ground! Yes! And that's why I love flight simulators. I'm literally sweating. That was that was so nerve-wracking. Well, I guess that's kind of it. I might practice a little more before jumping into a quick look. But I mean, that's kind of what I wanted to do. I got my notes. Did a cold start. I might watch that other training video where it teaches you how to go from initial takeoff to level flight. Seems like I could use some practice with that. But I landed, man. And I figured out how to operate a door gunner. It's so cool. So, yeah. Thanks for joining me, guys. On my inaugural stream from my house. Pretty easy. Seems like everything worked. So, yeah, maybe I'll do this again sometime. But thanks for joining me, and I guess I'll see you guys later.